Alright guys, welcome back for a new review. Today we're going to take a look at the 12-inch Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Really cool looking packaging here. It's got this kind of reflective font to it, as you can see. Take a look at the side of the package, shows him unmasked. Back of the package, really cool picture of Spider-Man and some alternate looks. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this open and give you guys a better look at the new 12-inch Spider-Man. Stay tuned. Okay, here he is out of package. Just give you a close-up look at the head sculpt. Really digging the big eyes that they did on this. All the paintwork seems really clean. Haven't found any slop on him. Really nice dark blue color that they chose. Silver trim there for the web shooter. Pretty nice. That's looking pretty good. Just to give you a 360 of them. Really good proportions and sculpting on this guy. I like how they got the wrinkles in the suit. Gives it a nice air of realism that you don't see so much on the 6-inch line. So that's really cool. So next we'll go ahead and take a look at his articulation. Okay, let's take a look at some articulation on this guy. So for the head, it looks up very far, down very far. There's no real pivot, but the side to side of course is perfectly fine. You've got butterfly joints, so it goes back really far and forward pretty far too. He has a hinge joint, goes out to about that far, and he has an upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, and a swivel and hinge at the wrist. He's got an ab crunch, and it can also twist to the side, so it goes forward that much and back that much. He has a lower ab crunch as well, so when you combine them he can go back very far and forward very far. There is no waist twist, but you do get twist in the upper ab section. The hip, really big fail on this one. They don't spread very far. For Spider-Man, that's a bummer. So it's a missed opportunity on that. But they do go forward very far. Double jointed knee. And all joints are really nice and tight. He also has an upper thigh swivel. And he has hinge at the foot, which goes down very far. Comes up pretty far, toe articulation, and ankle pivot. Alright, so taking a look at the accessories that you get with the figure, pretty nice assortment. So you get a couple of web crawling hands or gesturing hands. You get a pair of thwipping hands, which is really cool. And of course a pair of fists. All pretty good detail. Webbing is nice and clean on all of these parts. And then you get 3 interchangeable heads, which is really cool. So you get the fully masked head, of course, which comes packaged on the figure. And it has a really nice pearlescent white paint job to it. And again, the paint is nice shiny rim around the eye. Really nice color red, so that looks really good. You get the Pizza Spidey look as well from the 6-inch line, the half mask pulled up. That's an excellent head, an excellent option for this. Again, that paint is really nice looking, very crisp. Teeth are painted really well. That is awesome. And then you get the fully unmasked Peter Parker head. This one's pretty good. Always look a little wide set to me, a little far apart. But aside from that, it's a pretty good face sculpt. Nice paint on the hair. We get a little bit of a ding on there from the packaging, the way he's packaged. But aside from that, really pretty sharp looking head sculpts. Okay, and here he is with the one of the alternate heads. You could have him taking off or putting on his mask, or just chilling out, eating a pizza, whatever you want. He doesn't come with a pizza like the Pizza Spidey did, but it does leave open a lot of cool posing options, and I really like that. I think this looks really cool. And swapping the hands and the head are really easy, so I'll just show you that really quick. So just grab the head and pops right off. Nice ball joint, and it's on a hinge. And here is the alternate Peter Parker head. Kind of stiff on that one. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Nice option. Always nice to have options with your action figures, and with this you definitely do. And then put on the regular head once again. And there you go. Pretty simple on that. As far as hands go, simply just pull them out and pop them in. Those work great. Okay, so for size comparison, here he is next to the Wolverine from the original Toybiz Icons line, and the other figure from this wave, which is the Deadpool. As you can see, he's a hair taller than Wolverine and a little shorter than Deadpool, so that seems pretty good. I think that Deadpool actually should be a little taller. You'll notice that it does share some parts with this Spider-Man. But that looks pretty cool. Okay, and here he is with some other 12-inch Spider-Man. This is the Hot Toys Amazing Spider-Man 1 figure, Hot Toys Amazing Spider-Man 2, and of course he scales in pretty well with them. He's actually on par with the same height as the Amazing Spider-Man 1, and a little shorter than Amazing Spider-Man 2. And just for reference, his height is just under 12 inches tall. He's about 11 and a half. This dude can totally do a handstand with no support. And he's not a light figure. He's actually pretty solid construction plastic. Really nice quality. So that is pretty awesome. Here's a good look at the use for the new toe articulation. He can stand right up on his tippy toes. So that looks really cool. Definitely digging that. Okay, so final thoughts on this 12-inch Marvel Legends Spider-Man. This is a really nice quality figure. Very cool display piece. I think it looks awesome. A lot of options, so it's a very nice, well done piece. Not to say that there isn't issues. The hip articulation is the biggest problem. You can't get those legs really posed very far out, and for Spider-Man that's a pretty big miss. Another minor issue is that the web shooter is lined up to the inside of the wrist, so when you pose them in a natural pose for web slinging, it doesn't quite line up, but that's pretty minor. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. Also, a waist twist would have been pretty nice too, but you do get the upper ab waist twist. So overall, not a perfect figure. No figure ever is, but a really solid release. I'd say my favorite one from the 12-inch lines yet. The body was purpose built for him. You do get the toe articulation, which is something that you don't get on the 6-inch line, so that can actually add for a lot more posability. You still can get him into some really cool poses, as you can see here. So I do recommend him. I think he's a really cool figure. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you like Marvel Legends, he's really well done. He's pretty reasonably priced now. You can find them on BBTS for about 35 bucks. Original retail or in Toys R Us, they're about 50, so that's a little high. But aside from that, I do recommend the figure. I think he's really cool, so go check him out. And until next time.